Dear students, today we are going to discuss some important concepts related to JEE mains and advanced exams and based on the problems, right. Now see some definitions. Linear combination of vectors, right. What is meant by linear combination of vectors? If a1 bar comma a2 bar, a1 bar comma a2 bar, a3 bar and so on, an bar are vectors, an bar are vectors, and x1 comma x2 comma and x1 comma x2 comma x3 and so on, xn are scalars, xn are scalars, right. Then x1 a1 bar, x1 a1 bar plus x2 a2 bar plus and so on, xn an bar, xn an bar is a linear combination of vectors. This is a linear combination of vectors, linear combination of vectors, a1 bar comma a2 bar and so on, an bar, a1 bar, a2 bar, a3 bar and so on, an bar, right. This is the linear combination of vectors, a1 bar, a2 bar and so on, an bar, right. Now see another definition. Linearly independent and dependent vectors. A system of vectors are said to be linearly dependent or linearly independent. Okay, right. A system of vectors, a system of vectors, a system of vectors, a1 bar, a2 bar, a1 bar, a2 bar, a3 bar and so on, an bar are said to be linearly dependent, are said to be linearly dependent, are said to be linearly dependent. If there exists a scalars, there exists a scalars, there exists a scalars, not all zero. There exists a scalars, not all zero, such that there exists a scalars, not all zero, such that x1 a1 bar plus x2 a2 bar plus and so on, xn an bar is equal to 0 bar. Right. Okay, here this is the important point. There exists a scalars, not all zero. There exists a scalars, not all zero, such that x1 a1 bar plus x2 a2 bar and so on, xn an bar is equal to 0 bar. Now, linearly independent. Right. A system of vectors are said to be linearly independent. A system of vectors are said to be linearly independent. There exists a scalars, there exists a scalars x1, x2 and so on, xn, such that x1 a1 bar plus x2 a2 bar plus and so on, xn an bar is equal to 0 bar. xn an bar is equal to 0 bar implies that each scalar is equal to 0. Implies that each scalar is equal to 0. Right. So in this case, the vectors are said to be linearly independent. Right. Right. Now observe the definitions. We can conclude that any two non-collinear vectors are linearly independent. Non-collinear implies that linearly independent. Now, any two collinear vectors are linearly dependent. Collinear vectors implies linearly dependent. Now, any three non-coplanar vectors implies linearly independent. Similarly, any three coplanar vectors are linearly dependent. Right? Coplanar vectors implies linearly dependent. Right? Any four vectors in three-dimensional space are linearly dependent. Right. Now orthonormal vectors. Let A bar comma B bar comma C bar be three vectors. Let A bar B bar C bar be three vectors such that let A bar B bar C bar be three vectors such that each magnitude is equal to 1, mod A bar is equal to mod B bar is equal to mod C bar is equal to 1, and angle between any two vectors is 90 degrees. Angle between any two out of these three vectors is equal to 90 degrees. Angle between A bar comma B bar is equal to angle between B bar comma A bar is equal to angle between C bar comma A bar, that is equal to 90 degrees. Then these three vectors are called orthonormal vectors. The example of these vectors are I bar, J bar, K bar are orthonormal vectors. Right. Now, angle between two vectors. How to define angle between two vectors? Right? Let OA bar is equal to A bar, OB bar is equal to B bar, be two non-zero vectors, and angle AOB is equal to theta. Right? This is origin. Suppose this is point A and this is point B. OA bar is equal to A bar. OB bar is equal to B bar. Right. This is an angle theta. This is an angle theta. Theta is lie between 0 degrees and 180 degrees. That is defined as the angle between two vectors A bar and B bar, and is denoted by and is written as angle between A bar comma B bar. Right. Now these are the two vectors A bar and B bar. This is A bar, this is minus A bar, this is B bar, this is minus B bar. Suppose this point is A dash, this point is B dash. Right. Angle between A bar comma B bar is same as angle between B bar comma A bar. Angle between A bar comma B bar is equal to angle between minus A bar comma minus B bar. Suppose this is theta, this is also equal to theta. Right. Now see, MA bar comma NB bar is equal to angle between MA bar comma NB bar is same as angle between A bar comma B bar if M comma N have same signs. That is important. M comma N have same signs, right? If M comma N have opposite signs, if M comma N have opposite signs, angle between MA bar comma NB bar is equal to 180 degrees minus angle between A bar comma B bar, right? That means that indicates this angle. That indicates this angle 180 degrees minus of angle between A bar comma B bar if M comma N have opposite signs, right? Right, suppose this is origin, this is point A and this is point B, this is A bar, this is B bar. Suppose the angle between two vectors is theta. Theta is lies between 0 degrees less than theta less than 90 degrees. 0 less than theta less than 90 degrees. Okay. Now see, right, this is also, this is origin, this is A bar and this is B bar. Angle between these two vectors, angle between these two vectors lie between 90 to 180. Angle between these two vectors lie between 90 to 180. Right, suppose this is the origin, this is vector A and this is vector B, this is point B. Okay, OA bar is equal to A bar, OA bar is equal to A bar, OB bar is equal to B bar, OB bar is equal to B bar. From the figure, A bar comma B bar are collinear vectors, moreover having the same direction, therefore angle between A bar comma B bar is equal to 0 degrees. Angle between A bar comma B bar is equal to 0 degrees. Okay, angle between A bar comma B bar is equal to 0 degrees. Right, now this is O, this is A bar, this is B bar. Now in this case the angle between A bar and B bar is 180 degrees. Angle between A bar comma B bar is equal to 180 degrees. Since A bar comma B bar are collinear vectors, but these two are having opposite direction, so that its angle between two vectors is 180 degrees. Right. Now a very important concept, direction cosines and direction ratios of a vector. Right, see the diagram. Okay, this is the coordinate system in three-dimensional space. This is x-axis and this is y-axis and this is z-axis. Right, in this A is a point, x comma y comma z, then OA bar is a vector, in a three-dimensional space. How to define direction cosines of OA bar and direction ratios of OA bar? Right, okay, here OA bar is a vector. Suppose OA bar makes an angle alpha with the positive direction of x-axis, beta and gamma with the positive directions of y and z axis respectively. Right. Then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines, are called direction cosines, are called direction cosines. Simply this is right. If OA bar makes an angles alpha, beta and gamma with the positive directions of x and y and z axis respectively, then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines of OA bar, and usually they are denoted by L comma M comma N, and usually they are denoted by L comma M comma N. They are denoted by L comma M comma N respectively. Right. Okay, now from the figure, okay, triangle OPA. Triangle OPA is a right angled triangle. Triangle OPA is a right angled triangle. From triangle OPA, right, cos alpha is equal to x by OA. Cos alpha is equal to x by OA. OA is denoted by, suppose OA is denoted by R, that is equal to x by R. Similarly, cos beta is equal to y by R. Cos beta is equal to y by R. Cos gamma is equal to z by R. Right. Now consider cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma, that is equal to x square by r square, x square by r square plus y square by r square plus z square by r square, that is equal to x square plus y square plus z square divided by r square, that is r square by r square, that is equal to 1. Right. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. Right. Then L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. Right. Okay. Also from this x comma y comma z is equal to, also from this the coordinates of capital A is equal to, x is equal to r cos alpha, comma r cos beta, r cos gamma. Right. From this also observe that direction cosines means this is a point on the vector, which is at a distance of, simply that is a unit vector. The components of unit vector are called direction cosines. The components of unit vector are called direction cosines of a vector. Right. Now, how to define direction ratios? Right. Any ordered triple of real numbers, which are proportional to direction cosines are called drs. Okay, any ordered triple of real numbers which are proportional to direction cosines are called direction ratios. Right, DCs are always acts as a DRs, but DRs need not be DCs. Okay, right. What are the direction cosines of coordinate axis? What are the direction cosines of x, y and z axis? The direction cosines of x axis are 1, 0, 0, since that is a point at a distance of 1 unit from origin. Similarly, direction cosines of y-axis 0, 1, 0, direction cosines of z-axis 0, 0, 1. Right, these are the direction cosines. It can also be treated as direction ratios of x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Right, this is the direction cosines and direction ratios. Right, now right-handed and left-handed triodes. Right-handed and left-handed triodes. Right, see the diagrams. This is x, y and z axis, x, y and z axis. Right, coordinates are usually right-handed system. Generally, coordinates are taken as right-handed system. Right, see how to define right-handed system and left-handed system. Right, for right-handed coordinates, suppose take a right hand. Suppose if we curl the fingers in anti-clockwise direction, suppose if we curl the fingers in anti-clockwise direction, the right thumb moves upward direction, that is direction of z-axis. See once again, suppose take a right hand. Okay, we curl the fingers of right hand, the right thumb moves upward direction. Right, for the right-handed coordinates, the right thumb points along the z-axis in the positive direction, and the curl of the fingers represents a motion from x-axis to y-axis. Suppose this is the direction of x-axis. Now we rotate anti-clockwise direction to y-axis. Okay, suppose this is the direction of x-axis. Now we rotate anti-clockwise direction through y-axis. Right, when viewed from the top or z-axis, the system is counterclockwise. Okay, right, so suppose this is a vector rotated from x-axis to y-axis in anti-clockwise direction. The right thumb moves upward direction. In this case, the system is said to be right-handed system. If the system is not in right-handed system, then the system is said to be left-handed system. Or when we consider left hand, okay, this is the direction of x-axis, this is the direction of y-axis. Suppose if we curl the fingers from x-axis to y-axis, the left thumb moves upward direction. Here the rotation is clockwise. So this is the system, this is called left-handed system. Right, generally coordinates are usually right-handed. Right, vector equation of the angular bisectors. Right, we already seen angular bisectors in the case of straight lines in two-dimensional geometry. Now we will see what is the vector equation of the angular bisector of two vectors. Right, let a bar comma b bar be two vectors. Right, let a bar comma b bar be two vectors. Okay, suppose this is origin, this is a bar, this is b bar, right? OA bar is equal to a bar, OB bar is equal to b bar. Okay, then a vector along the internal bisector of angle AOB, internal bisector of angle AOB. Right, see, this is the internal bisector of angle AOB. Right, so this angle is same as this angle. So, okay, suppose this angle is theta, this angle is also equal to theta. This is the internal angular bisector of these two vectors. Now, see external bisector of these two vectors. Right, this is the external bisector of these two vectors. Right, what is the internal bisector of angle AOB? Internal bisector of angle AOB is lambda times a bar by mod a bar plus b bar by mod b bar. Right, how to derive that equation? How to derive that equation? Right, this is a vector a bar. Now let us consider unit vector along the direction of a bar. Suppose this is a unit vector along the direction a bar by mod a bar. Now also consider unit vector in the direction of b bar. Suppose this is a unit vector b bar by mod b bar. Right, unit vector means this is at a unit distance, this is also unit distance. Now join these 2 points. Suppose this is C. OC is the internal angular bisector. OC is the internal angular bisector. See here, this is 1 unit, this is also 1 unit. This is the angular bisector, so that C is the midpoint. So that C is the midpoint. So what is the position vector of C? What is the position vector of C? OC bar, that is equal to a bar by mod a bar plus b bar divided by mod b bar, b bar divided by mod b bar divided by 2. That is the OC bar. Right, OC is along the internal bisector of angle AOB. OC bar is the internal bisector of angle AOB, so that OC bar is parallel to the internal bisector. So the vector can be taken is of the form OC bar, that is also denoted by R bar, that is equal to lambda times. Okay, since two vectors are collinear, one vector is a scalar multiple of another vector, so that OC bar is equal to lambda times a bar by mod a bar, lambda times a bar by mod a bar plus b bar by mod b bar, where lambda is any scalar, or lambda belongs to R. Right, this is the internal angular bisector. Now external angular bisector is lambda into a bar by mod a bar minus b bar by mod b bar. Right, here this is b bar, Now this is minus b bar. Here also consider the unit vector along this direction, that is minus b bar divided by mod b bar, minus b bar by mod b bar. Okay, consider the same situation joining these 2 points. We get C dash as the midpoint of these 2 points. We get OC dash bar, that is equal to 1 by 2 into A bar by mod A bar minus B bar by mod B bar. Right, OC dash bar is along external bisector of angle AOB. OC dash bar and external bisector are collinear, so that two vectors are collinear. One vector is a scalar multiple of another vector, so that OC dash bar is equal to lambda times A bar by mod A bar minus B bar by mod B bar. Right? Observe that here this is vertex, this vertex as origin. Suppose if the vertex is another point, non-zero point, if the vertex is non-zero point, in this case, what is the internal angular bisector and what is the external angular bisector? Right, see that case. Write vector equation of the internal bisector, vector equation of the internal bisector of an angle between two vectors B bar and C bar with vertex at A bar, that is R bar is equal to A bar plus R bar is equal to A bar plus T times B bar by mod B bar plus C bar by mod C bar, where T is a scalar. Right, now see the external bisector. This is the external bisector of an angle between two vectors B bar and C bar with vertex at A bar is, right, R bar is equal to A bar plus T times B bar by mod B bar minus C bar by mod C bar. Right, now let us see the problem based on the angular bisectors. Right, see this problem. If the vector minus I bar plus J bar minus K bar bisects the angle between the vectors, suppose these are the two vectors. Here given angular bisector. What is the angular bisector? That is minus I bar plus J bar minus K bar. That is the angular bisector. Bisects the angle between the vector C bar. Suppose this is a vector C bar and this is a vector 3I bar plus 4J bar. Right, then the unit vector in the direction of C bar is, right, how to find the unit vector in the direction of C bar? Right, the formula for angular bisectors is, R bar is equal to lambda times A bar by mod A bar plus B bar divided by mod B bar. Right, here given R bar, we have to find A bar by mod B bar. Okay, also given B bar. Right, this form can also be taken as, lambda times R bar, that is equal to C bar divided by mod C bar plus B bar by mod B bar. What is B bar? B bar is 3 times I bar plus 4 times j bar divided by mod b bar. Mod b bar is square root of 3 square plus 4 square, that is equal to 5. Right. Here what is r bar? R bar is also given, that is minus lambda I bar plus lambda j bar minus lambda k bar minus 3i bar divided by 5 minus 4j bar divided by 5 is equal to c bar by mod c bar. Right, now take I bar as common, that is minus lambda minus 3 by 5 into I bar. Now take j bar as common, lambda minus 4 by 5 into j bar, lambda minus 4 by 5 into j bar minus lambda into k bar, that is equal to c bar by mod c bar. Right. Okay, now our aim is to find the value of lambda. Right. For finding the value of lambda, what is our support for finding lambda? Right. Here the right hand side vector is a unit vector. This vector is a unit vector, so that this is also a unit vector. This is also unit vector. Unit vector means its magnitude is equal to 1. Okay, the magnitude of left hand side vector is equal to 1. That implies its magnitude is equal to 1. So that lambda plus 3 by 5 whole square plus lambda minus 4 by 5 whole square plus minus lambda whole square plus lambda square is equal to 1. Right. That implies lambda square plus lambda square plus lambda square, we get 3 lambda square. Now plus 3 by 5 whole square, that is 9 by 25, 4 by 25, 16 by 25. Right. Now this is 6 lambda by 5. This is 6 lambda by 5 minus 8 lambda by 5 is equal to 1. Right. That implies 3 lambda square, 3 lambda square. Now 6 lambda minus 8 lambda by 5, that is minus 2 lambda by 5 minus 2 lambda by 5 plus 9 plus 16, 25 by 25, that is equal to 1. Here 1 gets cancelled. Right. 3 lambda square is equal to 2 lambda by 5. 3 lambda square is equal to 2 lambda divided by 5. That implies either lambda is equal to 0 or lambda is equal to 2 by 15. Lambda is equal to 2 by 15. Right. If lambda is equal to 0, then this vector is equal to 0 bar. So lambda is equal to 0 is not possible. Take lambda is equal to 2 by 15. Lambda is equal to 2 by 15. Sorry, if lambda is equal to 0, the required vector is negative vector of this vector, so that we can take lambda is equal to 2 by 15. Substitute lambda is equal to 2 by 15 in the given equation, we get the required unit vector. Right. C bar by mod C bar, that is equal to C bar by mod C bar is equal to minus lambda minus 3 by 5 minus 2 by 15 minus 3 by 5 into I bar plus J bar into lambda minus 4 by 5, 2 by 15 minus 4 by 5 into J bar. Right. minus lambda k bar minus 2 by 15 into k bar. Right. Now that is equal to, what is the LCM? Here the LCM is 15. LCM is 15. This is minus 2 minus 9 minus 11 by 15 I bar. Here also LCM is 15. 2 minus 12. Right? 2 minus 12, that is equal to minus 10 by 15 j bar minus 10 by 15 j bar minus 2 by 15 k bar. Right? That is equal to 1 by 15. 1 by 15 into minus 11 I bar minus 10 j bar minus 2 k bar. Right, that is the required vector. Okay, see once this, verify this vector is unit vector or not. Okay, now consider the magnitude of this vector. 11 square, that is 121, plus 4 125, plus 100 root 225, root 225, that is equal to 15. 50 and 15 gets cancelled, that is the unit vector. Right? This is the way to find the unit vector in the direction of C bar. Right? See once again, given here internal angular bisector minus I bar plus j bar minus k bar. Here we want to find the vector C bar by using internal angular bisector formula. This also can be written as like this. From this we get C bar by mod C bar. Since C bar by mod C bar is a unit vector, so that its magnitude is equal to 1. From that we get the value of lambda. Substitute value of lambda in this equation, we get the required unit vector. Right. Now let us see another problem based on the angular bisectors. Right. The vector C bar directed along the internal bisector of the angle between the vectors A bar and B bar. Right. Here given two vectors A bar and B bar. Suppose this is a vector A bar and this is a vector B bar. Given A bar is equal to this and B bar is equal to this. Right. C bar is along the internal bisector. C bar is internal angular bisector. Also given mod C bar is equal to 5 root 6. Our aim is to find the internal angular bisector whose magnitude is 5 root 6. Right. What is the formula for internal angular bisector? R bar is equal to, here that is C bar, that is equal to, okay, lambda times A bar by mod A bar, lambda times A bar by mod A bar, B bar divided by mod B bar. Right. So, okay, our aim is to find the value of lambda in this problem. Right. Our aim is to find the value of lambda by using mod C bar is equal to 5 root 6. Right. C bar, that is equal to lambda times A bar. What is A bar? 7I bar minus 4J bar minus 4K bar by its magnitude 49 plus 32. 49 plus 32, that is 81. Okay, 49 plus 31, 81, 1, that is root 81 is equal to 9. Right. Now what is B bar? That is minus 2I bar minus J bar plus 2K bar by its magnitude. Its magnitude is equal to 3. Right. that is equal to lambda times, what is the LCM? Here LCM is 9, 7i bar minus 4j bar minus 4k bar, right, minus 6i bar minus 3j bar plus 6k bar, okay, right, that is equal to lambda times 7i bar minus 6i bar I bar minus 4j bar minus 3j bar minus 7j bar minus 4k bar plus 6k bar, that is 2k bar divided by 9, right. For finding the value of lambda, take modulus on both sides. Take modulus on both sides. Mod C bar is equal to mod lambda into modulus of that one is 1 plus 49 plus 4 divided by 9. Okay, what is the value of mod C bar? Mod C bar is equal to 5 root 6. 5 root 6 is equal to mod lambda into, okay, root 54. Root 54, that is equal to 3 root 6 divided by 9. Okay, root 54, 9 6 are 54, that is 3 root 6, right, root 6 gets cancelled, 3 ones, 3 threes are 9, that implies mod lambda is equal to 15, lambda is equal to plus or minus 15. Lambda is equal to plus or minus 15, right. Substitute the value of lambda in this equation. Substitute the value of lambda in this. We get C bar is equal to, we get C bar that is equal to plus or minus 15 by 9. 15 by 9 means 3 fives, 3 threes into I bar minus 7j bar, I bar minus 7j bar plus 2k bar. That is the required vector. Right, now verify what is the magnitude of C bar. What is the magnitude of C bar? The magnitude of this one is root 54, that is 3 root 6. That is 3 root 6. So here 3 gets cancelled, that is equal to plus or minus 5 root 6, right. So this is the problem based on angular bisectors of vectors. Now let us see next concept, position of a point with respect to a triangle. Position of a point with respect to a triangle. Okay, see how to tell if the point lies inside the triangle or outside the triangle or on the triangle. See, let capital A comma capital B be 2 points such that OA bar is equal to A bar, OB bar is equal to B bar, right? They are the 2 points A and B, right? Then the point C where OC bar is equal to P A bar plus Q B bar. P times A bar plus Q times B bar lies inside triangle OAB if P greater than 0, Q greater than 0 and P plus Q less than 1. Right, see the cases and see the diagram. Okay, suppose this is O and this is A and this is B. Okay, this is triangle OAB. The position vector of capital A is A bar. The position vector of capital B is B bar. The position vector of capital B is B bar. Suppose a point on AB. Suppose a point on AB. Suppose a point on AB such that P divides AB in the ratio m is to n. Suppose P divides AB in the ratio m is to n. Right. What is the position vector of P? What is the position vector of P? By using section formula, OP bar, that is equal to m times B bar, m times B bar plus n times A bar divided by m plus n. M times B bar plus n times A bar divided by m plus n. Right. This can be written as m by m plus n, m by m plus n into B bar plus n by m plus n into A bar. N by m plus n into A bar. Suppose this can be taken as this is Q, this is Q into B bar, this is P into A bar. Suppose this is P into A bar plus Q into B bar. Observe that what is the value of P plus Q in this case. Observe that what is the value of P plus Q in this case. Right, what is P plus Q? P plus Q is equal to 1. M plus n divided by m plus n. Right, P plus Q is equal to 1. Observe that if P plus Q is equal to 1, m greater than 0, n greater than 0, it means P greater than 0, Q greater than 0, and P plus Q is equal to 1. P plus Q is equal to 1, so that point lies on side AB. That point lies on side AB. Okay, based on this point, based on this concept, we conclude like this, right? Okay, OC bar is equal to PA bar plus QB bar lies inside triangle OAB, right? P plus Q less than 1. P plus Q less than 1, then the point lies inside triangle OAB. P plus Q greater than 1. P greater than 0, Q greater than 0, P plus Q greater than 1. P plus Q greater than 1 outside triangle OAB. Outside triangle OAB. This is outside triangle OAB, but inside angle AOB. Okay, outside triangle OAB. Outside triangle OAB means this is also outside, this is also outside, this is also outside, but inside angle AOB. Inside angle AOB means this is the outside of triangle ABC and inside angle AOB. Right. Now let us see remaining cases. This is a triangle OAB. This is a triangle OAB as mentioned in the previous case. Right. Now what are the remaining cases? Outside triangle OAB. Outside triangle OAB, but inside angle OAB. Inside angle OAB means this is the portion outside triangle OAB, but inside angle OAB. When if P less than 0, if P less than 0, Q greater than 0, and P plus Q less than 1. Right? Observe that the point lies outside triangle OAB, but inside angle OAB if P less than 0, Q greater than 0, and P plus Q less than 1. See the next case. Outside triangle OAB, but inside angle OBA. What is inside angle OBA? Right, this is outside triangle OAB, but inside angle OBA if P greater than 0 and Q less than 0. P greater than 0, Q less than 0 and P plus Q less than 1. Okay, and P plus Q less than 1. Right. Now outside triangle OAB, if P less than 0, outside triangle OAB, if P less than 0, Q greater than 0 and P plus Q greater than 1. Right. So if P plus Q greater than 1, if P less than 0, Q greater than 0. Right, see the problem. The position vectors A, B, R, A bar, comma, B bar respectively. The position vector of C is 5 times A bar by 3 minus B bar. Then C is outside then the problem is given like this. Right, okay. Given point is OC bar that is equal to 5 by 3 into A bar, 5 by 3 into A bar minus B bar. Right, comparing the previous point, OC bar is equal to P times A bar plus Q times B bar. P times A bar plus Q times B bar. Here given P is equal to 5 by 3. P is equal to 5 by 3 greater than 0. Q is equal to minus 1 less than 0. What is P plus Q? That is equal to 2 by 3. That is equal to 2 by 3. That is less than 1. P greater than 0. Q less than 0, P plus Q less than 1. Right, from the concept, this is a triangle OAB, this is a triangle OAB. Right, here P greater than 0, Q less than 0, P plus Q less than 1, then the point C lies outside triangle OAB but inside angle OBA. Outside triangle OAB but inside angle OBA. Okay, which option is suitable? C is outside the triangle OAB but inside the angle OBA. Right, this is the option. Okay. Right, now rotation of a vector about an axis. Rotation of a vector about an axis. Right, let us take a vector A bar is equal to A1 comma A2 comma A3 are the ordered triad or DRs of a vector. Right, if the system is rotated about z-axis through an angle theta, through an angle alpha. Right, rotated about z-axis, it means that z-axis cannot be rotated, so the z coordinate is same, z coordinate cannot be changed. The new components of A bar, right, see this. Okay, this is small x and small y, these are capital X and capital Y. Okay, these are the new coordinates, capital X and capital Y. What is capital X? Capital X is equal to x into cos alpha plus y into sin alpha, x into cos alpha plus y sin alpha. Capital Y is equal to minus x into sin alpha minus x into sin alpha plus y into cos alpha. Right, these are the new coordinates. Right, substitute x is equal to a1 and y is equal to a2. Right, now the rotation is about x-axis through an angle alpha. then the new components of A bar are, right, see this, these are the new coordinates, capital Y and capital Z. These are the old coordinates, small y and small z. Here we want to find new coordinates, right? The new coordinates are writing like this. Capital Y is equal to y cos alpha plus z sin alpha. Capital Z is equal to minus y sin alpha plus z cos alpha. Right, now rotation about y-axis through an angle alpha. Rotation about y-axis means the y coordinate cannot be changed. Y coordinate is the same. Now, right, in cyclic order, if the rotation about y-axis, now the coordinates are z coordinate and x coordinates. These are the new coordinates, these are the old coordinates. Okay, now writing old coordinates or new coordinates. New coordinates corresponding to this case is writing like this. Capital Z is equal to small z into cos alpha plus x into sin alpha. Capital X is equal to minus z times sin alpha plus x times cos alpha. Right, this is the rotation about an axis through an angle alpha. Right, now let us see the problem based on this concept. Right, a vector A bar has components A1 comma A2 comma A3. A bar is equal to A1 comma A2 comma A3. Right, okay, the coordinate system is rotated about z-axis. The coordinate system is rotated about z-axis through an angle pi by 2. The components of A bar in the new system are, right, if the system is rotated about z-axis, then z coordinate cannot be changed. Z coordinate remains the same, that is A3. Now, how to change the x coordinate and y coordinate? Right, x and y, capital X, capital Y. This is cos alpha minus sin alpha, sin alpha, cos alpha, sin alpha, cos alpha. Right, now the new coordinates, capital X equal to x into cos alpha plus y into sin alpha. Right, here given x is equal to a1, here alpha is equal to 90 degrees, cos 90 degrees is equal to 0. So y means a2 into sin 90 degrees, that is equal to 1. So that its new x coordinate is equal to a2. Now what is the new y coordinate? Y coordinate is equal to minus x sin alpha minus x sin alpha plus y cos alpha, minus x sin alpha plus y cos alpha. Here given that alpha is equal to pi by 2, sin pi by 2 is equal to 1. X coordinate is a1, that is equal to minus a1. Right, here the new system, the corresponding scalar components are a2 comma minus a1 comma a3, a2 comma minus a1 comma a3. Right, remember students, here the coordinate axis is rotated about z-axis. It means that the z coordinate cannot be changed. Right. Now regular hexagon. Right. Consider regular hexagon A, B, C, D, E, F. Right. This is the regular hexagon A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, first of all, hexagon. Hexagon means This is a polygon having 6 sides. What is meant by regular? Regular means all sides are equal and all interior angles are also equal. That is called regular hexagon. Right. So what are the properties in a regular hexagon? This is a regular hexagon, so that from this, that implies AB bar is equal to CD bar. AB bar is equal to ED bar. Right. Now BC bar is equal to BC bar, that is equal to FE bar. BC bar is equal to FE bar. CD bar is equal to CD bar is equal to AF bar. CD bar is equal to AF bar. Right. Also, what is FC bar? What is FC bar? FC bar is a diagonal in a regular hexagon. What is FC bar? FC bar is equal to 2 times AB bar. FC bar is equal to 2 times AB bar, that is also equal to 2 times ED bar. Right. Similarly, what is AD bar? Similarly, what is AD bar? AD bar is equal to 2 times BC bar. AD bar is equal to 2 times BC bar, 2 times FE bar. Right. Similarly, what is BE bar? What is BE bar? What is BE bar? BE bar is equal to 2 times CD bar, 2 times CD bar, that is equal to 2 times AF bar, 2 times AF bar. Right. Also, AE bar is equal to BD bar. Also, AE bar is equal to BD bar. AE bar is equal to BD bar. Right. Now, if AB bar is equal to A bar and BC bar is equal to B bar, given AB bar is equal to A bar, BC bar is equal to B bar. Now, what is AC bar? What is CD bar? What is DE bar? What is EF bar? And what is AF bar? Right. This is A bar. AB bar is equal to A bar. ED bar is also equal to A bar. BC bar is equal to B bar. FE bar is also equal to B bar. Now, what is AC bar? What is AC bar? From triangle law, AC bar is equal to AB bar plus BC bar. AB bar plus BC bar, that is equal to A bar plus B bar. AC bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. Okay. Now, what is CD bar? What is CD bar? How to find CD bar? Right. AD bar is equal to, from triangle law, AD bar is equal to AC bar plus CD bar, that implies CD bar is equal to AD bar. AD bar means 2 times B bar. AD bar means 2 times B bar minus AC bar. AC bar means A bar plus B bar. AC bar means A bar plus B bar, that is equal to 2B bar minus B bar. 2B bar minus B bar is B bar minus A bar. Right. That is CD bar. That is CD bar. Right. Now, how to find CD bar? CD bar is same as AF bar. CD bar, that is B bar minus A bar, that is same as B bar minus A bar. Okay, now how to calculate BD bar? That is equal to AE bar. Right, BD bar. How to calculate BD bar? From triangle law, from triangle BD bar, that is equal to BC bar plus CD bar. What is BC bar? BC bar is B bar. What is CD bar? CD bar is B bar minus A bar. B bar minus A bar, that is equal to 2 times B bar minus A bar. Right, that is BD bar. Right. Okay, now find all. Right, see, we find all the sides of regular hexagon, all the sides and all the diagonals of a regular hexagon. Right. Okay, now see vector equation of lines. Okay, in a two-dimensional geometry, the equation of a straight line. The equation of a straight line is a first degree equation, that is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now, what is the vector equation of a straight line? Right, see this vector equation of a line passing through 2 points A bar and B bar is, this is a vector equation of a straight line passing through 2 points, and this is the Cartesian form of a line. This is the Cartesian form of a line passing through 2 points. Right, suppose this is a line passing through 2 points. This is point A whose position vector is A bar. This is a point B whose position vector is B bar. Right, now how to find the vector equation of this line? Let P be any point on the line whose position vector is R bar. Let P be any point on the line whose position vector is R bar. Right, now see from the figure, AP bar comma AB bar are collinear. AP bar comma AB bar are collinear. AP bar comma AB bar are collinear. Right, if two vectors are collinear, then one vector is a scalar multiple of another vector, so that AP bar is equal to T times AB bar. AP bar is equal to T times AB bar. Now AP bar, it means OP bar minus OA bar is equal to T times OB bar minus OA bar. Now that implies OP bar R bar is equal to A bar plus T into B bar minus T into A bar. Right, now take A bar as common. Take A bar as common. 1 minus T into A bar. 1 minus T into A bar plus T into B bar, where T is any scalar. Where T is any scalar or T is any real number. Right, this is the vector equation of a straight line passing through 2 points. Now, how to find the Cartesian form of a line passing through 2 points? Right. Now, let P is equal to x comma y comma z. The coordinates of P, x comma y comma z. Capital A is equal to x1 comma y1 comma z1, x1 y1 z1. B is equal to x2 y2 z2. B is equal to x2 y2 z2. Right, the vector equation of a straight line passing through 2 points is R bar is equal to 1 minus T into A bar plus T into B bar. Right, that is equal to A bar plus T times B bar minus A bar. Right, what is R bar? R bar means xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar, that is equal to a bar. A bar means x1 into I bar plus y1 into j bar plus z1 into k bar plus t into b bar minus a bar. B bar minus a bar means x2 minus x1 into I bar, x2 minus x1 into I bar, y2 minus y1 into j bar plus z2 minus z1 into k bar. z2 minus z1 into k bar. Right, that implies x minus x1 into I bar, x minus x1 into I bar, y minus y1 into j bar plus z minus z1 into k bar, that is equal to t times x2 minus x1 into I bar plus y2 minus y1 into j bar plus z2 minus z1 into k bar. z2 minus z1 into k bar. Right, two vectors are equal. Now equating corresponding coefficients, we get x minus x1 is equal to t times x2 minus x1. Now while equating coefficient of j bar, y minus y1 is equal to t times y2 minus y1, t times y2 minus y1, equating coefficient of k bar, z minus z1 is equal to t times z2 minus z1. Right, that implies x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1, x minus x1 by x2 minus x1, that is also equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z1 is equal to t, where t is a parameter. This is also called parametric equation of a line passing through 2 points. Right, so see, already seen the vector equation of a line and Cartesian form of a line. Now let us see another form of a straight line. Right, vector equation of a line passing through point A bar and parallel to the vector B bar is, right here passing through one point and parallel to the vector B bar. So its vector equation is R bar is equal to A bar plus T B bar. This is the Cartesian form of a line passing through one point and parallel to the vector. Okay, now see how to prove this. Okay, suppose this is a line passing through point A bar, passing through point A bar and parallel to the vector B bar. Okay, this is B bar, or B bar is taken as this, like this. Okay, B bar lies on the same line or parallel to the line. Okay, B bar lies on the same line or parallel to this line. Right, in this case, how to find the vector equation of a line? This is a line passing through one point and parallel to the vector B bar. In this case also, let us take P is a point. P is a point whose position vector is R bar, whose position vector is R bar. Right, now AP bar comma B bar are collinear, AP bar comma B bar are collinear, AP bar comma B bar are collinear. Right, two vectors are collinear. One vector is a scalar multiple of another vector. That implies AP bar is equal to t times b bar. AP bar is equal to t times b bar. That implies OP bar minus OA bar is equal to t times b bar. That implies R bar is equal to A bar plus TB bar, where T belongs to R. This is the vector equation of a straight line passing through 2 points. Right. Now, how to derive Cartesian form of a line passing through 2 points? How to derive Cartesian form of a, okay, right, see, from this vector equation, how to derive Cartesian form, right? R bar is equal to xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar. R bar is equal to xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar. Capital A is a point, x1 into I bar plus y1 into j bar plus z1 into k bar plus t into b bar is a vector whose scalar components are L comma M comma N, whose scalar components are L comma M comma N. L into I bar plus M into J bar plus N into K bar. Right. That implies x minus x1 into I bar, x minus x1 into I bar plus y minus y1 into J bar plus z minus z1 into k bar is equal to t times li bar plus mj bar plus nk bar. Right, now two vectors are equal. Equating corresponding coefficients, we get x minus x1 is equal to t into L, y minus y1 is equal to t into M, z minus z1 is equal to t into N. Z minus z1 is equal to t into N. X minus x1 divided by L, that is same as y minus y1 divided by M, that is equal to z minus z1 divided by N, that is equal to t. Here also t is called a parameter. This is the parametric equation of a line, right? Now x1, y1, z1 is a point on the line. L comma M comma N are called direction ratios of a line. L comma M comma N are called DRs of a line. Right. Now let us see the plane equations. Right. Vector equation of a plane. Right. There are three different forms for plane equation. See the first one. Vector equation of a plane passing through 3 points A, B, C, whose position vectors A bar, B bar and C bar is R bar is equal to, this is the vector equation of a plane passing through 3 points. Right. How to find the vector equation of a plane passing through 3 points? Suppose this is the plane, the points are A, B, C, this is A, whose position vector is A bar, this is B, whose position vector is B bar, this is C, whose position vector is C bar. Right. For finding the equation of a plane, let P be any point on the plane, let P be any point on the plane whose position vector is R bar. Right. Now observe that implies AP bar comma AB bar, AP bar comma AB bar comma AC bar are the three vectors lie in the same plane. the vectors AB bar, comma, AB bar, the vectors AP bar, comma, AB bar, comma, AC bar are coplanar. That implies these three vectors are coplanar. Right, if three vectors are coplanar, then one vector can be expressed as linear combination of other two vectors. That implies AP bar is equal to T times AB bar plus S times AC bar, where S comma T are scalars, where S comma T are scalars. Now AP bar means OB bar minus OA bar, that is R bar minus A bar, T into B bar minus A bar plus S into C bar minus A bar. That implies R bar is equal to A bar plus T into B bar minus T into A bar plus S into C bar minus S into A bar. Now take A bar as common, 1 minus T minus S into A bar plus T into B bar plus S into C bar, right? R bar is equal to 1 minus T minus S into A bar plus T into B bar plus S into C bar. Observe that here the sum of the coefficients is equal to 1. Observe that the sum of the coefficients is equal to 1, right? This is one form of a plane passing through 3 points. Now let us see what are the other forms of a plane, right? This is the second form of a plane. This is passing through 2 points, A bar and B bar, parallel to C bar. Parallel to C bar is R bar is equal to 1 minus T into A bar plus T B bar plus S C bar, right? How to find the equation of a plane passing through 2 points and parallel to one vector, right? Passing through 2 points, this is point A whose position vector is A bar. This is point B whose position vector is B bar. Now C bar is a vector parallel to this plane. It means that C bar lies on the same plane or C bar lies on the parallel to this plane. C bar lies on the plane parallel to this plane, right? Suppose this is vector C bar. C bar lies on the same plane or lies on the plane parallel to this plane, right? Now in this case also let P be any point on the plane whose position vector is R bar, right? That implies AP bar comma AB bar. In this case also AP bar comma AB bar comma C bar are coplanar. AP bar, AB bar, C bar are coplanar, right? 3 vectors are coplanar. Then one vector can be written as linear combination of other 2 vectors, so that AP bar is equal to T times AB bar plus S times C bar, where S comma T belong to R. Now that implies OP bar minus OA bar is equal to T into B bar minus A bar plus S into C bar. That implies R bar is equal to A bar plus T into B bar minus T into A bar plus S into C bar. That is equal to, take A bar as common, 1 minus T into A bar plus T into B bar plus S into C bar. where S comma T belong to R. This is the second form of a plane. Here also observe that the sum of the coefficients of A bar and B bar. A bar and B bar are the points on the plane. The points on the plane whose sum of the coefficients is equal to 1. Right. Finally, the third form of a plane passing through one point and parallel to two vectors. Right here, parallel to two vectors B bar and C bar. In this case, the equation of a plane is this. Right. This is a plane passing through point A whose position vector is A bar. Right here the vectors B bar and C bar are parallel to the plane. It means that B bar C bar lies on the same plane, are parallel to this plane, lies on parallel to this plane. Suppose this is a vector B bar, this is a vector C bar. Right. Right. How to find the equation of a plane passing through one point and parallel to two vectors? Right. Let P be any point on the plane whose position vector is R bar. Right. That implies AP bar comma B bar, AP bar comma B bar comma C bar are coplanar. AP bar comma B bar comma C bar are coplanar. Right. Three vectors are coplanar. Then one vector can be expressed as a linear combination of other two vectors. AP bar is equal to T into B bar plus S into C bar, where S comma T belongs to R. That implies AP bar R bar minus A bar. It means OP bar minus OA bar is equal to T into B bar plus S into C bar. That implies R bar is equal to A bar plus T into B bar plus S into C bar. This is the third form of a plane. Right. Here also observe that the coefficient of A bar is 1. Here the plane passing through only one point, so its coefficient is equal to 1. Okay. Right. This is the concept related to, this is the concept of addition of vectors. Okay. Thank you.